Commander Mara Vance slammed her fist on the console as the alien broadcast pierced the frigate's dead relay. "Humanity is extinct," the voice intoned in crisp galactic standard. "The Coalition confirms total orbital and surface annihilation. No vital signs detected." Occupation proceeds. Strategos Keth Varun's holographic face filled the screen, his chitinous mandibles clicking in satisfaction. Patrol drones swarmed the sector beyond the viewport, their sensors sweeping clean. Vance killed the feed. Her frigate, the Revenant, should have been scrapped like the rest, but it floated silent in the void, one of 7 survivors she'd scraped together from the invasion's wreckage. "LT, Iqbal," Vance snapped into the intercom. "Confirm that relay's cold, no echoes." "Aye, Commander." Sana Iqbal's voice stayed level from the comms nook. "Relay's a tomb. Broadcast looped through it blind. They're not looking here." Vance nodded to herself. Goal, evade detection. The asterisk Revenant needed cover now. Radio silence all decks. Helm reroute to the debris field, Vector 279. Max stealth profile. The frigate's thrusters whispered. Hull plates shifted to diffuse heat. Debris loomed ahead, twisted hulks from the Battle of Sol Ring, human carriers gutted by Coalition plasma lances. Patrol drones buzzed past, 500 clicks out. Their scans washed over the field like a tide. Vance held her breath. One ping on active sensors and the Revenant died. Iqbal's console beeped soft. "Drones missed us, fields scattering their returns." Vance exhaled, outcome hidden. For now, but the drive was failing. Mismatched patches from the last salvage held for 48 hours max. Without it, they drifted into patrol lanes. "Chief Rook," Vance hailed engineering. "Status on the core," Eli Rook's gravel voice growled back. "Failing, ma'am." Coalition Torp shredded the injector array. "I need parts." "Take what you need from the field, suit up," Rook grunted. "On it." Vance watched the airlock cycle. Rook jetted out, mag boots clamping to a wrecked Coalition transport drifting nearby. Its bays gaped open, cargo pods spilled like viscera. He sliced into the hull with a plasma torch. Sparks flared in the void. Iqbal leaned into the bridge. "Patrol's cycling back in 20 mics. He's cutting it close." Vance gripped the plot table. "He always does." Rook's suit cam fed to her display. He yanked a drive manifold from the transport, Kraven design, bulbous and alien, mismatched to human specs but power output matched. Back aboard, Rook dragged the part through the lock. Grease smeared his faceplate. "Chief," Vance said over the grind of tools. "Talk to me." Rook wiped sweat. "Kraven manifold's got surge capacity we lack. I'll graft it to our injector. Won't be pretty, expect 20% efficiency loss, but it'll spin." "Do it." He dove in, welds hissed. Alarms blared as systems protested the Frankenstein fix. Iqbal monitored. "Patrols inbound, 3 minutes." Vance's jaw tightened. "Conflict, time versus failure." Rook's voice cut through. "Bypass online, firing up." The deck shuddered. Drive hummed to life, rough but steady. "Chief, you wizard," Vance said. "Salvage ain't magic, ma'am, just spite." Frigate pulled clear, slipping the patrol net. Debris field receded. Vance turned to Iqbal. "Next goal, map their occupation. Launch probe swarm, stealth config." Iqbal punched commands. 50 microprobes ejected, blooming like spores into the void. They scattered on microthrusters, cloaked in chaff. Hours ticked. Probes ghosted through Coalition lanes. Iqbal's screens populated. "Net's tight, Commander. Blockade rings Sol at 2 AU." Convoys fat in the outer lanes. One corridor blinked green. "Here, logistics soft spot. Kraven haulers light escort. No overlap patrols for 12 hours." Vance zoomed the hollow. A vein of supply ships, fat with munitions bound for occupation forces. "Perfect." She keyed fleet comms, tight beam only. "All ships, this is Vance. Rendezvous Vector 412. We hit that corridor, first blood." Affirmatives pinged from 6 ghosts. Revenant asterisk, asterisk, shade, asterisk, 4 corvettes pieced from wrecks. Captain Juno Hale's voice crackled from the asterisk, shade, asterisk. "Boarding teams prepped, Commander. Volunteers itching." "Make it count, Hale. Proof on every hull." Vance paced the bridge. The broadcast looped in her mind. Extinct, she'd make them choke on it. Probes fed more. Strategos Varun's flagship orbited Luna, killmetrics scrolling triumphant. "Human resistance, 0.0. Iqbal smirked. "He's broadcasting occupation tour. I can spoof it." "Do it," Vance ordered. "Weaponize their certainty." Iqbal sliced into a dead buoy. Her code wormed through. Enemy nets lit with false pings, ghost humans surrendering in droves. Coalition chatter spiked. Anomalies in Sector 7, verify. Varun's voice barked orders, patrols diverted, Vance's fleet ghosted in. Rook's fix purred steady. Targets acquired, Hale reported. 3 haulers, 2 escorts. Engage, torpedoes lanced silent, escorts bloomed fireballs, haulers cracked open, Hale's teams jetted across, cutters bit hulls, breaches popped, boarders swarmed. Kraven crew thrashed in zero-G, claws flailing, human marines gunned them down, methodical. Hauler 1 secured, Hale voxed. Munitions bays intact, planting proof. Vance watched feeds, marines lasered humanity lives into bulkheads, hollows captured it all. Iqbal cued the burst. Images beamed to every coalition relay. No traceback. Varun's command net erupted. Impossible. Recheck kill confirms. Fleet exfiltrated clean. No pursuit. Back in the black, Vance tallied 40% munitions haul, enough to arm the fleet proper. Rook slapped the drive console. She's purring, ma'am. Next wreck. Iqbal grinned. Their broadcasts shifted. Anomalous activity. They're confused. Vance stared at the hollow. Occupation net had a crack. 1 hit and it widened, but Varun adapted fast. Probe spotted reinforcements massing. Regroup, she ordered. We escalate. Hale chimed in. Train more boarders, say the word. The galaxy thought them dead. Vance's fleet proved otherwise. Next target, Varun's forward depot. Hit it and the occupation bled. A new broadcast leaked through. Varun's voice edged now. Extinction confirmed. Ignore propaganda. Iqbal's eyes lit. He's slipping. Vance smiled cold. They hadn't seen anything yet. Rook lumbered up. Drive's good for 3 jumps. Pick your hell. Depot run, Vance said. Full force. Fleet formed up. Ghosts in the machine. Varun's metrics lied. Humans endured and struck. Probes mapped the depot. Automated factories churning drones. Light guard. Vance vectored in. Iqbal spoof again. Fake human wreck. Draw them. Code flew. Enemy tugs diverted. Window open. Weapons hot. Fleet surged. Torps stripped the guards. Revenant led the charge. Cannons roaring. Depot stations shattered. Factories vented flames. Hale's raiders boarded the core fab. Explosives bloomed. Depot's dust, Hale reported. Proof etched and broadcast. Coalition alarms wailed galaxy-wide. Human remnants confirmed. Escalation protocol. Varun's face appeared on intercept. Mandibles quivered. Impossible. Reinvade sectors. Vance's fleet vanished into the debris. Ammo stocked, morale iron. They rebuilt faster, hit smarter. The galaxy blinked first, but Varun rallied, fleets massed, no more soft spots. Vance studied the maps. 1 bold stroke left, his supply nexus. Chief, push that drive, Rook nodded. Aye, Iqbal cued psyops, Hale drilled teams. Survivors became steel. Extinct. They laughed from the void. Next strike loomed. Varun's mistake grew. Torpedoes streaked from the Revenant *S tubes. Vance gripped her command chair as the alien supply tender filled the main holoscreen. Fat unarmored, it lumbered through the debris field, transponder blaring routine cargo haul. Impact in 5, Rook growled from engineering. Shields buckling. The blasts ripped the tender's flanks. Alarms wailed across its hull. No escorts in range. Iqbal's spoof had cleared the path. Vance punched the comm. Hale board now. Secure that nav core. No scuttling. Raiders launched from the Revenant *S bays. Hale's voice cut through. On it, teams away. Vance watched the assault shuttles dock hard against the tender's spinning hull. Grapples locked. Breaches flared. Her fleet held position, picket drones screening for patrols. The coalition's supply corridor pulsed with traffic. This tender was her key, not the cargo. The nav core inside mapped with fresh routes to Varun's nexus. Enemy point defense spat lasers. 1 shuttle vaporized. Vance's jaw tightened. Flankers suppress. Revenant *S cannons answered. The tender shuddered, rotation slowing. Internal explosions lit its bays, self-destruct sequence. Too slow. Hale's feed patched in. Her team cut through a bulkhead, magboots clamping deck plates slick with alien ichor. Keth Varun's troops scrambled, chitin rifles barking. Core room ahead, Hale snapped. Rook, you owe me that modded breacher. Working it, Rook replied over open channel. His voice echoed from the Revenant *S guts, tools clanging. Vance leaned forward. The tender's crew triggered failsafes. Compartments sealed. Her goal, crack that core before purge. Conflict brewed in real time. Varun's metrics claimed humans extinct, but his tenders still ran scared protocols. Hale's raiders stacked at the core vault. Explosives hissed. Door buckled. Inside, 3 aliens hunched over consoles, mandibles clicking frantic code. One raised a pistol. Hale's shot dropped it first. Secure! Her team swarmed. They yanked the lead tech by its frills, slamming it against the bulkhead. Another lunged boarding axe ended it. The third froze, claws up. Hale dragged the survivors into zip cuffs, no spacing. Vance's order, containment. Interrogations later. Navcore yanked, Hale reported. Her gloved hand hefted the glowing module data, spines intact. Crew's 5 live ones, shocked we didn't vent 'em. Good work, Vance said. Extract, Iqbal, you're up. Raiders hauled ass back to shuttles, core clutched tight. The tender groaned, reactors spiking toward meltdown. Vance's fleet peeled away as it bloomed into plasma. No trace left but ghosts. Iqbal's station hummed. She jacked into the captured core, fingers flying across her console. Transponder spoof incoming, piggybacking their auth codes. Vance nodded. The asterisk Revenant tractor the tender's husk. No, they kept it intact. Drones patched the worst breaches. Rook's salvage crews swarmed over, welding plates, rigging drives. She's ugly, he calmed, but she'll fly. Navcore's singing full Nexus maps. Iqbal's eyes narrowed on her screens. Alien chatter flooded intercepts. Tender K-47 reports glitch. Resuming corridor patrol. She mirrored it perfectly, layering human ghosts into the signal. A Trojan beacon now, enemy certainty flipped to bait. Drive it back in, Vance ordered. Slow and sloppy, draw the corridor watch. Rook took the con from a jury-rigged bridge pod. The tender lurched forward, transponder pinging loyal. Coalition sensors pinged back cleared. It slipped into the supply lane, fat with false cargo manifests. Inside, Hale's team stripped non-essentials, planting demo charges. Contained crew huddled in a sealed hold, mandibles chittering pleas through the vents. Vance paced her bridge. Scattered human cells, pocket fleets, survivor pods waited her signal. This beacon would pull them in. Varun's nexus loomed on the maps, fuel depots, fleet yards, his command relay. One strike to crack it. Proximity alert, Iqbal said. Patrol frigate querying. Respond authentic, Vance snapped. Iqbal's code danced. Frigate scanned, bought the lie, vectored off. Tension eased. The tender pushed deeper, corridor walls alive with drone traffic. Enemy broadcasts droned. Human threat neutralized, occupation stable. Iqbal smirked. Varun's still bragging, I'll remix that. Hours ticked. Rook nursed the drive past red lines. 2 jumps left, tops. She's groaning. Hale joined Vance on the Revenant asterisk, core data synced. Crews talking, Nexus guards light overconfident, they think us bugs under boot. Vance studied the hollow. Roots branched, ambush points, weak flanks. Her fleet shadowed at standoff range, ghosts in the black. Survivors got her bursts, encrypted pings to rally points. Converge on the beacon, form the hammer. Signal away, she said. Single burst, tight beam scatter. Cells across the sector lit up. Replies trickled, rogue spear asterisk acknowledging. Void fang inbound, dozens more, scattered no longer. The tender hit the corridor midpoint. Iqbal amped the psyop. She hijacked a routine broadcast, splicing human static, faint, ghostly. Coalition nets buzzed. Anomaly on K-47. Investigate. Patrols diverted. Perfect. Varun's voice cut through intercepts, mandibles sharp. Metrics confirm extinction. Dispatch drones to verify. Iqbal cued her masterpiece. Tender's transponder flipped mid-transit. It squawked human codes, asterisk Revenant asterisk signature, bold and wrong. Panic rippled. Intruder, human vessel in corridor. Enemy response surged. Fighters boiled from sightings. Frigates turned hard. Vance's fleet ignited drives. All ships converge, weapons free. Revenant led the charge. Torpedoes hammered the lead frigate. Hale's raiders prepped for round 2. Rook whooped from the tender. Charges armed, she's your wolf in sheep's clothing. The beacon pulsed. Survivor ships dropped from slipspace, asterisk rogue spear, gutted a fighter wing on entry. Void fang slammed kinetics into a depot tender. Human fire discipline precise. No waste. Coalition lines buckled. Varun's drones swarmed, relentless, but humans flanked smarter. Iqbal jammed their command net, turning drones against each other. They're blind, she said. Vance targeted the Nexus gate. Hale, take point. Core's ours, now the relay. Raiders launched amid the furball. Explosions chained. The tender detonated on cue, shredding a coalition cruiser from inside. Proof broadcast wide, human resurgence. Varun's face flashed on emergency channel. Impossible, reinforcements en route, surrender remnants. Vance killed the feed, her fleet punched through. Nexus stations cracked under barrage. Survivors poured in, disciplined under her iron. They stripped Rex mid-battle, Rook's teams already scavenging. One holdout bastion remained, Varun's relay spire. Hale's shuttle docked amid withering fire. Breaching. Vance watched the feed, her people moved like steel. Aliens fought tenacious, chitin walls holding longer than steel, but humans endured, adapted. One. Relay down, Hale voxed. Broadcasting his logs, metrics lied, he says. Galaxy nets lit. Humans return, coalition reels. Vance's smile was ice. Scattered cells now a fleet, Nexus theirs. Varun's mistake cracked wide, but his reinforcements warped in. Heavy cruisers massed, the real war reignited. Form up, Vance ordered. We hold the door, make them regret opening it. Clamps locked with a shudder. 4 battered hulks, drifted relics from the Coalition's purge, docked at the emergency beacon in dead space. Commander Mara Vance gripped the railing on her bridge. Scanners painted them, skeletal frames, venting atmosphere, power flickering like dying stars. No hails, silence. Captains report to the beacon core, now. Vance's voice cut through the comms net. One order, no debate. Hull breaches sealed behind her as she strode into the core chamber. Air recyclers hummed. 3 figures emerged from access tubes. Captain Lena Torres from the gutted frigate Eagle's Fury her arm in a sling. Captain Reese Kane of the corvette Shadow Lance face scarred by plasma burns. Captain Myra Voss from the destroyer Iron Veil eyes hollow but fists clenched. Vance faced them, no salutes, no time. Coalition thinks us extinct. Varun broadcasted galaxy-wide. We prove him wrong, but not as 4 Rex, as 1 fleet, my command. Torres bristled. We've held our own. Eagle's got fighters operational. Operational loses to coordinated. Vance cut her off. She tapped her wrist pad. Schematics bloomed on the hollow, their ships linked in tight formation. You fly point on flanks. Kane, you scout. Voss, heavy fire. I call strikes. Refuse, you drift alone. Kane eyed the hollow. Coalition cruisers massed 2 jumps out, Varun's reinforcements. Your Nexus grab saw the broadcast. Metrics lied, he admitted. Fine, chain's yours. Voss nodded. Torres hesitated, then slammed her good fist on the console. United or dead. Form up. Vance killed the hollow. Rook preps salvage. We launch at dawn cycle. Alarms blared as they dispersed. Vance's shuttle ferried her to the Lance S bays. Chief Warrant Officer Eli Rook welded a Coalition railgun mount to a human turret base. Sparks flew. His teams, volunteers from all hulls, stripped Rex mid-dock, hauling ammo crates. Rook, status. Vance ducked under a swinging girder. He wiped grease from his brow, no smile. Scavenged hell. Coalition rounds don't match our mags. 20 types, jams every 3rd shot. Fix it. Already did. Rook yanked a crate open. Modified casings gleamed, human primers fused to alien slugs. Machined adapters, 1 system, our guns fire their ammo clean, resupply halves from days to hours. Vance hefted around, heavy, balanced. Tested. Boarding sim. Cleared a mock deck in 4 minutes. He grinned, blunt. Your raiders will love it, she nodded. Load all ships, Hale's teams first. Shuttles zipped. Lieutenant Sana Iqbal's voice crackled on Vance's comm. Intercepts confirm Varun's depots stock as heavies. 2 sites undefended. Panic broadcasts from our escape pods worked, they're stretched. Good, Hale. Drilling now. Vance's shuttle banked toward the Veil. Captain Juno Hale barked orders in the vacuum bay. Mixed crews, Torres pilots, Kane's gunners, Voss's marines, clad in patched EV suits, jetted toward a derelict hulk. Magnetic boots clamped, grapples bit hull. Go, Hale's vox snapped. Breaches fired, teams poured in. 0G chaos, aliens' chitin reinforcements cracked under standardized rounds. Human fire disciplined, no waste. A Somalian popped up, Hale's blade severed its neck. Teams cleared corridors, sealed bulkheads. Timer beeped, 1 minute 47. Hale's helmet cam fed to Vance. Under 2 every time. Real steel incoming. Vance watched a trainee hesitate, then adapt, flanking with Rook's ammo. Launch prep. Dusk cycle hit. Vance's fleet ghosted through the nebula. 2 depots glowed on scanners. Coalition supply nodes, fat with fuel and munitions. Varun's metrics blind to shadows. Split strike, Vance ordered. Fury and Lance Depot Alpha, Veil with me Beta, Hale's borders on both. Iqbal jam their panic beacon. Shuttles detached silent. Eagle's Fury struck first. Torpedoes punched silos. Explosions bloomed silent in vacuum. Hale's teams jetted in amid debris. Vance's bridge tensed. Feed from Beta Iron Veil raked the depot's spines. Rails spat Rook's hybrid rounds, alien armor shredded like foil. Borders away! Hale's voice, docking, breaching. Inside the depot, chitin walls buckled. Coalition drones swarmed, reprogrammed by Iqbal's hack, turning on guards. Humans moved like steel. Hale's blade flashed. A guard's pod rocketed free intact per orders. Survivor broadcast primed. Depot Alpha clear, Tors voxed. Pods launched, Hale's intact. Beta secured, Voss confirmed. Fuel siphoned, ammo loaded. Vance's fleet reformed, bellies full, scanners lit, Varun's cruisers warped in, drawn by the hits. Heavy mass, but depots gutted, their lines thinned. Iqbal's calm voice, enemy comms fracturing, pods report human ghosts. Varun demands confirmations. Send his logs back. Vance smiled ice. With our hello, broadcast spiked, galaxy nets flickered. Coalition feeds glitched, escape pod vids looped, raiders clearing decks, Rook's ammo punching through. Varun's face appeared, chitin mandibles twitching. Phantoms, metrics confirm extinction, this deception, Vance killed it. Form wedge hit their van. Fleet accelerated. Shadowlance asterisk scouted flanks. Kane's voice, drones inbound, Iqbal's jamming. Coalition heavies loosed barrages, lasers carved space. Vance's point ships danced, human maneuvers tight, predictive. Iron Veil countered with salvaged plasma lances. Chunks of alien hull vented. Hale's raiders launched again. Shuttles burrowed into a cruiser's belly. Breaching engine deck. Vance watched feeds, her people endured, adapted. A boarder took shrapnel, teammate dragged him, sealed breach, pressed on. Standardized rounds cleared nests. Core secured, Hale voxed. Detonating. Cruiser bloomed, chain reactions rippled, 2 more followed, tenders igniting. Varun's flagship loomed, drones swarmed relentless, but humans flanked smarter. Iqbal turned half against their own. Target Nexus relay, Vance ordered. Hold the door. Rook's voice cut in. Salvage teams ready, mid-battle strips. Fleet punched through, reinforcements buckled. Varun's broadcast faltered. Reinforcements hold, humans containable. Liar, Vance's wedge closed. Hale's final shuttle docked his spire amid fire. Breaching. Inside, chitin held longer than steel. Guards fought tenacious. But Hale's teams adapted. Rook's ammo pierced joints, Iqbal's hacks fried implants. Logs accessed, Hale reported. Metrics falsified, he knew survivors, hit it. Blast wide. Vance gripped her console. Galaxy lit. Coalition command fractures, humans reclaim Nexus chain. Varun's reinforcements scattered. Vance's fleet pursued, scattered no more, unified, unbroken, but his core fleet warped in heavy mast. The spire's defenses cycled up. Incoming barrage, Kane warned. Vance's eyes narrowed. Iqbal weaponize it, Rook arm the next wave, Hale. A new signal pierced the jam. Coalition high command, Varun relieved, surrender or annihilation. Her smile sharpened. They blink first. Borders away, Vance snapped. Shuttles slammed into the comms hub's docking clamps. Magnetic locks engaged. Her fleet's shadows cloaked the assault. Salvaged alien stealth fields bent sensor returns. Vance gripped her command console. Feeds flickered live from Hale's helmet cam. Hale's team cut through the outer hatch. Plasma torches hissed. Chitin-plated guards swarmed the breach. Standardized human rounds punched joints. One alien crumpled, ichor spraying. Clearing corridor, Hale voxed. Her voice stayed level. Volunteers, ex-civilians turned raiders flanked her. They moved as one. Vance tracked the overlay. Hub core sat 2 levels down. Coalition kill confirmations rooted through there. Varun's metrics, proof of his lies. Iqbal jammed their outbound. Rook prep salvage drones. Affirm, Iqbal replied. Her fingers danced over intercept arrays. Enemy chatter warped into static. Rook grunted over comms. Drones spooling, will gut this thing mid-fight if needed. Hale's team hit resistance. A guard squad entrenched behind barricades. Grenades flew. Shrapnel pinged armor. A raider took a hit, leg shredded. Teammate dragged him back, sealed the wound with foam, kept firing. Humans adapted, always. Flank left, Hale ordered. They rolled drones ahead. Rook's mods packed micro-explosives. Barricade shattered. Guards fell. Core access. Vance's pulse steadied. Feeds showed server stacks pulsing blue. Hale jacked in. Data streamed. Kill ledger downloading. Billions confirmed, but cross-checks. Falsified. Varun buried survivor pings. Copy, Vance said. Extract now. Alarms wailed. Reinforcements poured in. Hale's team fought rear guard. Rook's drones covered their retreat, detonating in choke points. Shuttles peeled off. Hub's defenses lit up too late. Vance's wedge formation punched clear. Back aboard the Resolute Asterisk, Hale dumped the ledger. Vance scanned it, sectors marked extinct. Her people listed as ghosts. Varun's broadcasts claimed victory, lies fueled occupation. Iqbal, Vance said. Weaponize this. Iqbal nodded. Her station hummed. Forged telemetry flooded coalition nets. Human strikes rebranded as reactor malfunctions. Equipment failures across 3 sectors. Patrol logs rewrote themselves. Varun's metrics inverted. Done, Iqbal said. They'll chase shadows. Vance's fleet ghosted into the next kill zone. A patrol carrier loomed, refueling at an orbital depot. Fat, slow, perfect. Hale, plant the package. Raiders launched silent. They matched the carrier's spin. Grapples bit hull. Cutters whirred. Inside, dim-lit bays hummed with fuel drones. Guards patrolled loose. Metrics said humans dead. Hale's team ghosted through vents. Timed charge, Rook special. Nanothermite laced with antimatter trigger. Mid-refuel spike. They reached the core magazine, welded it in place. No alarms tripped. Charge set. 20 minutes, Hale voxed. Out. Extraction clean. Carrier continued refuel. Pumps thrummed. Fuel lines swelled. Vance watched from afar. Timer ticked. Carrier's bridge broadcast routine status. All clear. Sector secure. 18 minutes. Depot tenders docked heavier. 15. Carrier's engines spooled for patrol. 10. Captain hailed depot. Metrics green. No anomalies. 5. Fuel at capacity. 0. Charge bloomed silent at first. Fuel ignited. Carrier's belly ruptured. Fireballs chained through magazines. Hull peeled open. Debris sprayed. On open coalition cams, live sector feed, the whole ship vanished in white-hot fury. No survivors reported, just catastrophic failure. Vance's fleet slipped away. Iqbal layered more fakes. Depot sabotage. Human ghosts impossible. Coalition chatter exploded. Panic rippled. Aboard Varun's flagship, Indomitable, Strategos Keth Varun stared at the feed. Carrier gone, on camera. His theater command quivered, metrics lied, humans struck from voids. Redirect battle group Theta, Varun hissed. His mandibles clicked. Chiton crests flushed crimson, anger in his kind. Tighten the net, Vance corridor, all escape routes, subordinates bowed. Confirmed, Strategos, kills verified, 80% extinction. Lies, Varun snapped. He pulled fresh scans. Survivor pings flickered, dismissed as glitches. Now they burned real. That raid on the hub, ledger breach. His falsifications exposed. Full spectrum sweep, he ordered. No more failures, fleets warped. Blockade lines snapped tight. Probes flooded the corridor. Varun's core mast, dreadnoughts, carriers, swarms, humans boxed. Vance felt the noose. Sensors pinged inbound. Iqbal status. They're biting the bait, she said. Theta group vectors wrong, chasing ghosts. Rook, salvage yield, engines hot. We stripped enough for 2 jumps. Hale strode onto the bridge, armor scarred. Raiders primed, next target. Vance eyed the plot. Varun closed fast, but gaps yawned, human cuts through their rigid lines. Hit their relay pickets, force the redirect. Shuttles launched again. Hale's teams swarmed forward pickets. Boarding torpedoes struck true. Inside, close quarters favored human grit. Aliens fought methodical, predictable. Raiders improvised, sealed bulkheads. Rigged vents with grenades. Picket relays went dark. Varun's bridge erupted. Pickets lost, Vance slips the net. Impossible, Varun growled. He slammed a claw on console. Metrics cascaded, failures mounting. Humans turned his certainty to chaos. Commit reserves, annihilate the corridor. But reserves chased phantoms. Iqbal's forgeries held. Theta group looped empty space. Vance's fleet surged. They hit a secondary depot. Rook's salvage team stripped live mid-battle. Alien wrecks yielded armor plate reactors. Humans rebuilt faster. Ships emerged stronger. Varun Titans, Kane warned from TAC. Dreadnoughts inbound. Vance nodded. Hale breached their vanguard carrier, plant another. Raiders hit hard. Carrier shuddered under grapples. Guards met them blade to blade. Chiton versus alloy. Humans bled but pressed. Rook's rounds cracked exoskeletons. Iqbal hacked bulkhead locks, trapped squads. Charge in, Hale reported. Fuel bays primed. Detonation timed for Varun's eyes. Live feeds captured it. Carrier erupted mid-maneuver. Debris field bloomed. No survivors, broadcast claimed, then silence. Varun watched. Another vanished whole. His broadcasts faltered. Coalition High Command queried, explain anomalies. Equipment, Varun lied, mandibles trembled, Vance's wedge punched deeper. Scattered survivors unified under her. They hit smarter, refueled on the fly. Iqbal sowed doubt galaxy-wide. A probe net closed. Varun's battle group warped in massed fire. Lasers raked void. Missiles swarmed. Evade, Vance ordered. Fleet danced. Human maneuvers outpaced alien doctrine. Rook patched a hull breach live. Holding. Hale's counterboarders flipped a frigate, turned its guns inward. Iqbal jammed command links. Their net frays, Varun bellowed. Target the resolute asterisk, confirmed kills. Barrage slammed, shields buckled. Vance braced. Alarms wailed, then new signal. Coalition override. Varun stand down, human resilience confirmed, negotiate. His fleet hesitated, humans pressed. Vance smiled, they rebuilt, retaliated, forced admission, but Varun defied. Fire! Dreadnoughts unleashed. Vance's fleet scattered, then reformed. One raider shuttle docked asterisk indomitable asterisk-S flank. Hale's voice, breaching. Inside, Varun spun. Guards fell, humans came, the galaxy blinked. Humans endured. Explosions tore through the asteroid's crust. Commander Mara Vance braced in the shuttle's harness as chunks of rock pelted the shields. Iqbal jammed their targeting. Rook prepped the breaching charge. Affirm, ma'am, Sana Iqbal replied from the comms station. Her fingers flew across the console. Enemy drones scattered, their locks broken. Eli Rook slapped the charge onto the vault door. Solid 3 seconds. The shuttle slammed into the landing pad. Vance hit the ramp release. Air howled. She charged out, rifle up. Coalition sentries swarmed the breach. Chitin-armored Varak, mandibles snapping. Her marines cut them down. Plasma bolts sizzled past. Vault secure, a marine yelled. Vance waved civilians forward. 50 survivors stumbled out, miners, families hollow-eyed. They clutched tool bags, not weapons. Move, shuttle's waiting. A woman grabbed her arm. Commander, they said you were all dead. Not yet. Vance thrust a pulse rifle into her hands. Clip in, safety off, aim center mass. You'll learn the rest en route. The woman nodded, grip tightening. Others followed. Vance herded them aboard. Last one in, she fired a burst at pursuing drones. The shuttle lifted. Safe. Back aboard the asterisk, resolute asterisk, Vance watched them file into the auxiliary bay, recruits now. Iqbal run sims, basic fire teams. Rook issue gear, Rook grunted over comms. Already on it, got mining drones in the hangar, stripping lasers from wrecks, turning them into strikers. Vance strode to the bridge, screens flickered, Iqbal patched in Rook's feed. In the hangar, Rook welded a drone's frame. Its drill arm now mounted a railgun scavenged from a downed fighter. Rookies, fresh from the vault, huddled at simulators. Link up, Rook barked at a young miner. Throttle here, fire there, don't think, fly. The kid gripped the controls. Screen showed the drone swarm a virtual convoy. Rail slugs punched engines. Targets bloomed. Good, Rook said. Your pilots now, real ones tomorrow. Vance nodded. Scattered survivors. No more, her fleet grew. Status on Hale. Raiding the tribunal, Iqbal said. Live feed incoming. Captain Juno, Hale's voice crackled. Breaching now, teams go silent. Hale kicked the tribunal chamber door. Her boarding team flowed in volunteers from last week's evac. Pulse rifles whispered. Varak guards crumpled. The occupation tribunal froze, 3 aliens in robes, holographic maps glowing. Down, Hale snapped. She zip-tied the lead judge. Humans dragged prisoners out. Alarms wailed. Reinforcements pounded the corridor. Flank left, Hale ordered. Her team flipped a bulkhead panel. Iqbal's hack opened a service duct. They piled in, prisoners slung over shoulders. Coalition troops poured into the chamber. Empty, Hale's grenade rolled back. Fuel ignited. Tribunal hall burned. Extraction shuttle docked. Hale shoved prisoners aboard. Iqbal, you owe me drinks. Logged, Iqbal replied. Vance watched the feed. Proof. Alive humans captured brass. Compile it. Broadcast sector-wide. Iqbal's console hummed. Footage looped. Tribunal arrogance, then flames. Hale's grim salute. Vance's voice overlaid. Varun, your occupation crumbles. Answer this in public, or watch more fall. Signal burst out. Every comm, every probe. Galaxy heard. Strategos Keth Varun's bridge shuddered. His indomitable plowed through debris. Screens filled with the tribunal feed. Prisoners alive. His judges humiliated. Impossible, Varun hissed. Mandibles clicked fury. Metrics lied. Humans extinct. Confirmed kills, yet they struck. High Command queries, his aide reported. Explain. Counter-propaganda, Varun snapped. Jam it. Deploy battle group. but the broadcast spread. Probes relayed it, coalition channels buzzed. Human resilience, one ally transmitted. They rebuild. Varun's claws gripped the command rail. No, he trusted data. Kill counts, occupation solid. Vance's fleet ghosted through the outer belt. Resolute led the wedge. New auxiliaries manned guns. Drone swarms orbited Rook's conversions. Incoming, Iqbal said. Varun's response, public address. Screen lit. Varun's face loomed, multifaceted eyes glaring. Primitives delude, tribunal anomaly, humans end, surrender or perish. Vance smiled. Bait taken. Plot intercept. Hail prep borders. Rook drones forward. Fleet accelerated. Varun's battle group warped in dreadnoughts carriers precise formations. Lasers raked void. Missiles swarmed in grids. Evade pattern delta, Vance ordered. Resolute asterisk spun, thrusters flaring. Human maneuvers danced, unpredictable fast. Alien doctrine lagged. Rook's drones dove. Railguns spat. A carrier's engines ruptured. Debris bloomed. Boarding teams launch, Hale reported. Shuttles streaked. Varun bellowed. Target commander vessel, confirmed kill. Barrage slammed asterisk, resolute asterisk. Shields buckled. Hull groaned. Vance gripped her station. Alarms wailed. Iqbal jammed links. Their net phrase. Auxiliaries fired back. Vault evacuees, now gunners, nailed a frigate. Cheers erupted. Hale's shuttle clamped a dreadnought. Breaching. Inside, blade to blade, chitin versus alloy, Hale's teams pressed. Rook's patched rounds cracked exoskeletons. Iqbal trapped squads in locks. Charge, Hale said. Fuel bays primed. Timed for Varun. Carrier erupted. Live feeds caught it. Varun watched. Another vanished. His broadcasts faltered. High command, anomalies? Equipment, Varun lied. Mandibles trembled. Vance's wedge punched deeper. Survivors unified. Hit smarter. Refueled on fly. Probe net closed. Varun's group massed fire. Lasers raked. Evade, Vance said. Fleet danced. Rook patched breach. Holding. Hale flipped a frigate. Guns inward. Iqbal sowed doubt. Galaxy-wide. Varun targeted asterisk, resolute asterisk. Shields failed. Vance braced. New signal. Coalition override. Varun stand down. Resilience confirmed. Negotiate. Fleet hesitated. Vance pressed. Smile grew. Varun defied. Fire. Dreadnoughts unleashed. Fleet scattered. Reformed. Raider docked asterisk. Indomitable asterisk. Hale breaching. Guards fell. Humans advanced. Vance leaned forward. Iqbal amplify. Let the galaxy see. Varun spun. His chamber door buckled. Boarding charges blew. Hale burst in. Rifle leveled. Yield strategos. Varun lunged. Claws slashed. Hale sidestepped. Fired. He staggered. Marines swarmed. Zip ties snapped. Iqbal captured it all. Broadcast live. Coalition channels exploded. Humans endure. Occupation broken. Vance stood. Fleet reformed around the captured asterisk indomitable. Auxiliaries cheered. Rookies flew drones like veterans. Varun's voice crackled over open comms, defiant to the end. You are vermin. No, Vance replied. We are humanity, and you blinked first. High command transmission flooded in. Ceasefire, recognition granted. Terms? The galaxy admitted its mistake. Humans rebuilt faster, hit smarter, won, but Vance eyed the stars. Occupation theater fell. Others waited. Her fleet grew. Resolute asterisk S engines flared blue. Commander Mara Vance gripped her command chair. Helm, hard about, signal the fleet, feigned retreat, Vector 047, make it look desperate. The bridge crew snapped to stations. Screens flickered with the coalition battle group closing fast. Strategos Keth Varun's dreadnoughts in wedge formation, cruisers fanning out. His forces outnumbered hers 3-1. But Vance knew the graveyard ahead. The old Starfort grid, a skeletal web of human defenses from the early invasion. Ruined hulks drifted in the debris field, masked by a brewing solar storm. Varun's voice crackled over open comms, smug through the translator. Human stragglers, your evasion ends. Surrender or burn. Vance ignored him. Her ash fleet patched survivors, salvaged wrecks, scattered like chaff. Resolute led the pullback, thrusters straining. Alarms blared as enemy sensors locked on. They're buying it, ma'am, Lieutenant Sana Iqbal reported from comms. Her fingers danced over intercept arrays. Varun's group accelerating. Probes confirm full pursuit. Good. Rook status on decoys. Chief Warrant Officer Eli Rook's gravelly voice patched in from the salvage hauler forge. Decoys hot and heavy, Commander. 20 hulls rigged with cold fusion cores. Look live on their scopes. Armored the hell out of 'em too. Torpeds'll bounce before they pop. Vance nodded. The starfort grid loomed on tactical, a lattice of dormant railguns and missile batteries, power plants cold since the fall, perfect trap, solar storm hit. Plasma flares washed screens in static. Iqbal seized the window, masking now. Fort grid reactors spinning up, power spike buried. Enemy sensors blind. Vance watched the hollow display. Varun's flagship Asterisk Indomitable punched through the outer debris, lasers carving stragglers. Her fleet vessels jinked, shields flaring under raking fire. A corvette exploded in silent bloom. "Keep feeding him ghosts," Vance ordered. "Iqbal, spoof our signatures toward the grid core." Done, broadcasting panic chatter on their freaks. Shields failing, abandon ship. Varun's battle group dove in. Dreadnoughts loosed torpedoes. The first salvo slammed Rook's decoys. Hulls shattered in spectacular fireballs, but the armored cores held, dummy reactors blooming false signatures. More torpedoes wasted. Varun's cruisers peeled off to mop up kills. "They're splitting," Vance said. Helm Officer Ensign Tara Ruiz glanced back. "Grid in range, ma'am." "Now," Vance stabbed the commit key. Ash fleet full burn through the gap, Iqbal guns hot. The starfort awoke. Dormant railguns thrummed to life under Iqbal's hack. Buried in storm interference, they spat hypervelocity slugs. Coalition frigates crumpled first, both sections vaporized. A cruiser vented atmosphere, spinning wild. Varun's voice roared. "What sorcery? All ships, evasive, target those wrecks." Indomitable Asterisk twisted, point defense lasers stitching the void. But Vance's fleet surged through the kill box. Resolute led main batteries hammering. Captain Juno Hale's raiders flanked, boarding shuttles detaching like hornets. "Decoys thinning their screens," Rook reported. His hauler spat fresh junk, salvaged armor plates mimicking escape pods. Enemy guns shredded them. Vance leaned forward. Tactical showed the noose tightening. Varun's wedge fractured, half chasing phantoms, half pinned by fort guns. Her ash fleet closed, lasers and missiles bridging the gap. "Concentrate on Asterisk Indomitable," she said. "Hale your window." "Raiders away," Hale crackled back. "Breaching in 60. Resolute Asterisk bucked. Torpedoes grazed her flank. Shields dipped to 30%. "Rook, patch us." "Forge alongside. Nanite foam deploying. Hold her together." Crew braced as bulkheads groaned. Vance's fleet danced through the storm. Evasions drilled into rookies turned veterans. Drones swarmed from auxiliaries, fouling enemy targeting. Fort guns pounded. Another coalition cruiser died, debris field thickening. Varun's dreadnoughts fired blind, slugs from the grid punching shields. Iqbal grinned. "Intercepts confirm, Varun's demanding backup. Coalition high command's questioning his metrics." "Amplify it," Vance said. "Let the galaxy hear their finished problem unravel." Broadcast spiked. Iqbal looped enemy chatter, panicked officers, Varun's curses. Human signals overlaid, calm reports of kills. Indomitable Asterisk S shields flickered. Hale's voice cut in. "Docking complete. Breaching hangar." "Resistance heavy." Vance tracked the icon. Her fleet poured fire. Asterisk Resolute Asterisk S rails gutted an escort. Rook's decoys drew final salvos. Torpedoes bloomed harmless. "Gap's ours," Ruiz said. Ash fleet reformed, encircling the flagship. Boarding feeds patched to bridge. Hale's team blasted through corridors, rifles barking. Coalition Marines scaled, clawed, fell back. "Push!" Hale yelled. Her volunteers moved like one, covering fire, grenades, med patches slapped on wounds. Varun's chamber loomed. Charges blew the door. Smoke cleared. The strategos stood amid consoles, claws extended. "Primitives dare board Asterisk me?" Hale leveled her rifle. "Yield!" He lunged. Claws raked air. Hale sidestepped, squeezed trigger. Rounds punched his shoulder. He staggered. Marines swarmed. Zip ties snapped on wrists and tails. Iqbal captured every angle. "Live feed out. Coalition channels lighting up." Vance stood. Resolute shuddered to a halt beside the prize. Fleet reformed around Indomitable. Cheers erupted over comms. Auxiliaries docked, crews swapping salvage mid-battle. Varun's voice crackled, defiant. "Vermin, your tricks change nothing." Vance keyed open mic. "No tricks, just humans. You chased stragglers into a graveyard. We turned it into your noose." High command override flooded nets. "Varun, stand down. Human resilience confirmed." "Negotiate terms." His battle group hesitated. Vance's smile sharpened. "Press the advantage. Hale secure the bridge. Iqbal broadcast wide. Rook strip their wrecks before they jump." Fleet engines thrummed. Raiders poured onto Asterisk Indomitable. Coalition ships powered down weapons one by one. The occupation cracked. But Vance eyed the stars. This theater fell, others burned. Her fleet grew, survivors unified, hitting smarter. The galaxy blinked first. Resolute *S alarms reset. Ruiz turned. "Ma'am, new contacts, coalition reinforcements inbound." Vance sat. "Iqbal jam their probes, Rook prep the yard ships, Hail get me Varun on screen." The strategos appeared, bound, eyes burning. "You win nothing, the coalition endures." She met his gaze. "Watch us rebuild." Screens showed salvage teams swarming, decoy hulls repurposed into fresh fighters, fort guns retasked. Ash fleet swelled, Iqbal leaned in. "Broadcast shifting, Commander, sectors reporting uprisings, humans rising everywhere." Vance nodded. Varun's metrics lied. "Humans never died on schedule. Helm, plot intercept on those reinforcements, we press." Engines ignited, the graveyard birthed a storm, deeper in system, hidden yards hummed. Rook's crews welded coalition hulls to human frames. "Faster," he barked, sparks flew. Rookies hauled plating like veterans. Hail drilled borders on indomitable S bays. Claws high, scales tough, aim joints. Recruits nodded, rifles cycling. Iqbal sifted intercepts. "They're recalibrating, calling us anomaly vectors." Vance paced the bridge. Feint worked once. Time to escalate. Varun's group remnants scattered, her fleet pursued, picking kills. A dreadnought surrendered, first of many. Coalition override repeated, ceasefire, recognition pending. Vance ignored it. "Commit all wings, end this theater." Lasers flashed. Missiles streaked, humans closed, relentless. The galaxy learned, underestimated peril, but stars held more foes. Vance's hand tightened on controls, rebuild, hit, win, fleet grew. Boarding pods slammed into Vanguard S hull. Vance gripped her harness as breaching charges blew. Alarms wailed. She kicked free, rifle up, leading the strike team through rent metal. Coalition Marines swarmed the corridor, scaled hides, claws gleaming. Her burst fire dropped the front rank. Joint shots, Hale's drill. Humans pushed forward. "Life support deck 2 levels down," Vance barked. Rook's voice crackled over comms. "Charges set, Commander, hulls holding barely." She vaulted a barricade. Plasma scorched her pauldron. Return fire pinned the aliens. Her team flanked, grenades rolling. Scales cracked. The path cleared. They burst onto the life support core. Vast cylinders hummed, pumping air to the flagship's belly. Technicians scattered, tentacles flailing. Vance's Marines secured the hatches. "Lock it down, override controls." Fingers flew on consoles. Red lights flashed to green. She keyed the ship wide. "Strategos Varun, this is Commander Vance. Your air ends in 5 minutes unless you order surrender." Silence. Then klaxons blared, reprisal protocols, bulkheads sealed. Her team pounded panels. No give, Hale's voice cut in. "Bridge secure, Commander. Varun's here. Crew's frozen. My teams hold all angles." Vance exhaled. "Good work. Broadcast my terms." Footsteps echoed. Varun's Marines approached, weapons lowered. No fight left without breath. Varun's image flickered on the core monitor. His multifaceted eyes narrowed. "Primitives, you seize machines, not victory." Vance leaned close. "Surrender now or your crew chokes first." Gauges dropped. Oxygen dipped. Alien faces paled behind visors. "Cease," Varun rasped. "All units stand down." Flagship yields. Cheers erupted over comms. Vance reset the flows. "Hale, escort him to holding, Iqbal array access." "Affirmative," Sana replied, patching through. Vance strode the corridors, Marines flanking, wreckage smoked. Human boarders dragged coalition wounded to med bays, protocol, not mercy. Hale met her at the bridge lift. Blood streaked her armor, but she grinned. "Locked him under ceasefire code, ma'am. 1 tap kills both sides, triggers, no reprisals." "Smart." Vance clapped her shoulder. The bridge doors hissed open. Coalition officers stood rigid, claws bound. Varun sat central, unbowed. Hale shoved him upright. "Your theater falls, strategos." Iqbal hunched at a console, cables snaking to her wrist rig. "Array hot, Commander. Galaxy listens." Vance nodded. "Roll call, every survivor, every ship, name them." Sana's fingers danced. Static cleared. A human voice boomed galaxy-wide, open channel, unencrypted. "Ash fleet reporting, reclaimer asterisk, full strength, 500 souls." Ironclad asterisk, engines hot, crew intact. Hundreds piled on. Names, hulls, counts, living proof. Varun's mandibles clicked. "Lies, metrics confirmed extinction." Iqbal smirked. "Your metrics missed the yards, the decoys, us." Broadcast spiked, coalition sectors glitching, uprisings flaring, the lie cracked. Vance faced Varun. Your release for a withdrawal corridor. Signed, sealed. Fleet marches home in daylight. He hesitated. Claws flexed. Hale's rifle nudged him. Sign. Stylus scratched crystal. Corridor plotted, wide, clear. Coalition navigated. No ambushes. Varun stood. The coalition remembers this. Anomaly. Remember this, Vance said. Humans rebuild, we hit back. Marines marched him to a shuttle. Engines flared. He vanished into the black. Helm, form up, Ash Fleet advance. Screens lit. Ships wheeled, salvaged dreadnoughts, fresh fighters, Rook's welds gleaming. They poured through the corridor. Coalition pickets parted, scanners locked on but unmoving. Daylight formation, no stealth, full parade. Rook's voice grumbled. Yards report 80% rebuilt, Commander. We outpaced their logistics. Iqbal scanned intercepts. They're calling it Vance Cascade. Surrenders spreading, recognition protocols activating. Hale reloaded at her station. Next theater waits. Vance gripped the command rail. Fleet stretched starward, unbroken. The galaxy watched. Humans spoke. The extinction lie died. Pods detached from Asterisk Vanguard Asterisk-S flank with a shudder. Vance braced as the mag clamps engaged, grinding against alien alloy. Breach in 3. Her team's visors reflected the charge's flash. Corridor ahead, a killbox of scaled defenders. She fired first, dropping 2. Push! Marines surged. Plasma bolts whined past. One human grunted, hit but crawling forward. Vance covered him, rifle barking. Claws raked a bulkhead inches away. She sidestepped, bayonet plunging. The alien crumpled. Core ahead! Boots pounded deck slick with fluids. Technicians bolted from the life support chamber, vast recyclers churning atmosphere for 10,000. Vance's demo charged the controls. Override live, airflow hours. Shipwide blared her voice, laced with static. Varun, surrender or suffocate. Gauges plummeted. Alarms howled. Varun's face appeared, projected fury. You tamper with essentials, barbaric. Your invasion started it. Oxygen hit critical. Coalition troops in adjacent bays gasped over comms taps. Footfalls halted outside. Weapons clattered down. Hale reported sharp. Bridge hours, ceasefire code engaged, mutual lockdown. No one fires without mutual kill. Vance keyed response. Confirmed. All teams hold fire. She advanced to the core's heart, Marines sweeping shadows. Air stabilized. Victory hummed in the vents. Lift ride to bridge, tense, silent. Hale waited, pistol trained on bound officers. Varun Central, eyes like chipped obsidian. Your fleet crumbles elsewhere. Iqbal patched in. Not anymore, array seized. Her calm voice masked the hack, coalition encryption folding under jury-rigged spikes. Transmit roll call, Vance ordered. Sana nodded. Channel opened. Human voices flooded the stars. Vanguard Asterisk, Commander Vance commanding, fleet intact. Salvage Queen Asterisk, Rook's yards, crew reporting. Ghostwing Hale's raiders, all present. Thousands echoed. Survivor lists from hidden outposts, rebuilt squadrons. Coalition feeds choked, panic queries from core worlds. Varun's spines flattened. Impossible, probes confirmed voids. Iqbal leaned back. Probes jammed, yards concealed, you measured ghosts. Vance pulled the treaty slate. Sign the corridor, release you unharmed. Varun's claw hovered, Hale's glare pressed, ink flowed. Path cleared, a daylight march, coalition beacons lighting the way. Shuttle launch, Varun gone, fleet form wedge advance. Engines thrummed, ships aligned, hulks reborn, guns hot. Pickets saluted with open bays, no shots. Broadcasts hailed, human forces recognized. Withdrawal honored. Rook patched glee. 85% now, we build while they blink. Iqbal's screens danced. Uprisings chain react, your cascade, Commander. Hale shouldered her kit. Ready for more. Vance watched the corridor unfold. Stars ahead gleamed. Humans marched home. The galaxy admitted they endured. Breaches echoed through Asterisk Vanguard Asterisk-S spine. Vance led the charge, rifle cyclic. Scales shredded under focused fire. Life support now. Team piled in. Consoles yielded to overrides. Airflow seized. Varun's demand, metrics prove your end. Her reply, watch. Gauges dived. Surrender followed. Hale's update, bridge locked, ceasefire holds. Iqbal's hack, broadcast live. Roll calls thundered. Reclaimer, ironclad, proof unignorable, treaty signed. Corridor opened. Fleet advanced, bold in light. Varun shuttled free. Ash fleet swelled, unbreakable. The lie shattered on open waves. Vance's pod latched hard. Explosives roared. She stormed the breach, dropping defenders. Core claimed, controls hers. Varun yield. Air starved, he broke. Hail secured bridge. Iqbal broadcast names. Galaxy heard humans breathe. Corridor granted. Fleet homeward triumphant. Rook's yards birth steel. Hale's teams honed claws. Iqbal sowed doubt. Vance commanded. Humans rose. Invaders retreated. Deeper cuts. Boarding frenzy peaked at the core. Vance's marines sealed hatches as air thinned. Varun's voice cracked over speakers. Stand down, humans. Flagship submits. Hale's boarding parties swept the bridge in tandem, flashbangs, grapples, claws pinned. She slapped the ceasefire code into the mainframe. Dual locks engaged, one code, one piece. Iqbal from Aux console spiked the array. Roll call commencing. Voices cascaded, gruff pilots, steady engineers, fierce raiders. Thunderstrike asterisk, 200 aboard. Forgeheart asterisk, Rook speaking, ships rising. Inter.